G'day guys and welcome back to Chance_Gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So for today's video we're going to be running through the sort of details of the TEQ Bardock, his banner, and then also the main easy aid that does drop with his celebration. We did just get the official, notification that we are getting the Bardock next on the global Twitter. We did already know this from the data download, and then we also had seriously tweeting about this, so we knew it was coming. But yeah, here are the official details. So we'll jump into what Bardock does. Leader skill is very good. As you can see here, we've got the Goku's family or story figures 173 key, and then we get the additional 30% attack and defense to pure Saiyans. So storage figures is in a pretty dead spot, I will say, but what we do have is Goku's family, a category that is constantly being buffed, and with the pure Saiyans 30%, that does mean that we do get a 200% leader skill for every Goku in the game, which is obviously super good and a leader skill that will continue to get buffed there. So looking at his super attack, we have the greatly raised attack and defense for one turn and causes immense damage. So the greatly raise is the 50% buff, so if you're getting additionals off with him, you're going to get a nice little defensive boost there. In terms of his passive skill, he does have an entrance animation, and it is dope. I actually haven't watched the global one yet, but the JP one is, it's sick. So hopefully able to get to use him a bit for that. So, and from there, he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow, which is awesome. Orb changes are super OP, especially when you're using a lot of LRs, which the Goku family team does have. We got the attack plus 70% and foresees enemy super attacks for 5 turns from the start of battle when you've got a Goku on the team, which is insane because you're literally going to be always running this guy with a Goku unless you are running the Team Bardock team. So having a scouter for 5 turns, super powerful. You can also activate that when you have an enemy whose name is Frieza at the start of the turn as well. So entrance animation has a bit to unpack there, but the main thing is you're going to get that extra attack. You got the rainbow key sphere changing, and you've also got the scouter. So 3 pretty good abilities right there. I say pretty good because the attack's sort of just whatever, but the scouter and the orb changing is huge. As you can see, for his general stats, we've got the key 2 and attack and defense 150%, just the start of turn. We've got the additional an additional attack and defense buff of 40% with each super attack performed up to 120. So that does mean that he can get up to that 270% there. Attacks effective against all types with 1 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, plus an additional 50% attack and defense with 2 or more, and that's pretty huge. That's going to be multiplicative, so that's where his orb changing does come into effect. Then we've also got the guaranteed crit when you get the 3 or more key spheres. So very much reliant on getting those rainbow key spheres, predominantly because you're going to be wanting to get that extra 50% attack and defense. So probably handy to be running a second orb changer on this team. Maybe something like the physical Kid Goku would be super powerful. They'll work together. The 2 orb changes, you'll be able to get the damage reduction support from the Kid Goku, and then get this guy's extra buffs is probably just a few ideas looking at team builds there. So he does have the active skill, which is the final spirit cannon. Causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and within the turn activated, he gets the guaranteed crits. So pretty standard for active skills these days to give the guaranteed crits. So that's always a win. So that can be activated when there are 3 or more Team Bardock category allies on the team, starting from the 3rd turn of battle. So that's obviously very easy to get. All of the Team Bardock units do get the 200% leader skill, so you can make a sort of a mix of the Goku family Team Bardocks if you really did want to. Or you can activate it for when your HP is 50% or less starting from the 5th turn of battle. So you got the 2 conditions there. yeah, one just linked to using this guy on the Team Bardock. So we won't look at his links or his teams because we'll go through that on the team building guide when that does drop later on. So looking at his banner, we've obviously got the TEQ Bardock, we've got the new Int Tora, who is probably his best friend. That's his best linking partner with 6. And then we've got the Int Margin Vegeta, and this is assuming that the banner doesn't change at all. So we've got Int Margin Vegeta, we've got the STR Super Vegeta, Int Broly, AGL Bardock, and the TEQ Transforming Frieza. So not the craziest banner on this one. Obviously Margin Vegeta is very good, especially if you do have the Int Vegeta and Trunks. You look at this, like TEQ Transforming Frieza, he's fine. He's got his EZO already, so there's no real hope for him in the future. AGL Bardock does need his EZO. Like he's a defensive stacker, but he just doesn't stack up quick enough for longer form events. In Brawl, he's still pretty good. You can definitely get use out of him. You got the STR Super Vegeta, who's good, still good for SBR, Battlefield, those type of things, but yeah, for the most difficult content in the game at the moment, he doesn't really fit the meta. And then yeah, you got Margin Vegeta, as I mentioned, still very good with that Vegeta and Trunks, and then the Intora and the TEQ Bardock. So probably not a banner that I would be recommending you go overly deep in if you go in at all. Honestly, this is, I would say, coming up into same day, this is a pretty free skip. So they're probably likely to throw either some discounts or some peel off trove tickets at us. If you're a spender, maybe do the peel off trove tickets, but otherwise I'd suggest just grabbing your stones, stashing them away, and saving them for whatever does drop on same day, because same day units are always pretty top tier. So that's what I would recommend in terms of summoning on this banner. And then the main EZA for this celebration is the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. So does lead Super Saiyan, and then he's got the Int type, mono type, I guess we'll call it, leader skill, so somewhat usable in Battlefield once he does get his EZA. This will probably drop a week after the banner. CNC beforehand didn't have a great deal going for him. He caused immense damage, medium chance to seal. Then you got the attack and defense, 100% when performing a super, and then the super class allies 40% when HP is 70% or below. So he was pretty much a blank slate before his EZA, and then as you can see here, they did buff his leader skill up to the full 3 key 170, and his mono int type is the 3 key 120. So pretty good for something like Battlefield. On the super attack, you see he does now get the defense for 1 turn, which is good, and then he gets the guaranteed seal rather than just the chance. So a bit of an upgrade there, sort of Kid Goku-esque, I would say. His passive gets bumped up to a 3 key and 100% attack and defense from the start of turn. You then get the additional 100% when performing a super attack. So yeah, definitely not going to be using this guy as a slot 1 unit, probably best served as a floater. Superclass allies get the 50% extra attack, and launches an additional super attack when there is a Power Beyond Super Saiyan category ally attacking in the same turn. So you're definitely going to be wanting to utilize this guy on the Power Beyond Super Saiyan teams, or teams where you're sort of using a number of those, because you definitely want the opportunity to triple super with this guy. His defense definitely isn't too insane. So those extra supers are going to be pretty important for him, but overall pretty solid. We like units that do provide support, so even if it isn't key, personally I love my support units to provide some type of key, but look, it can help units like the gods and whatnot put up some insane numbers, so we'll definitely take it. So that's sort of the gist of what is coming. TEQ Bardock, super good. His leader skills always going to be fire, because you got that Goku family 200% pretty much, and he's an orb changer with a scouter. So let me know whether you're going to summon on his banner, what your thoughts are on all his animations. This Bardock is pretty sick. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.